where does creativity come from? Something I've experienced many, many times is somebody has a problem to solve and they're invited to play by doing it. And they're given a piece of paper and a pencil. After 5 minutes, the piece of paper is still empty. And I might ask what they're doing, and they will say, I'm waiting for an idea. And the answer is, start drawing, because the pencil and your subconscious brain, 70% of it, which 70% of our brains we're not aware of. You can access that stuff just by making marks and doing things, and suddenly think to yourself, oh my God, I've just had an idea. It comes out of the process of thinking and interacting with the world around us. Mark making, I think, is important. For me, in my experience, it happens in two ways. I can make marks because I'm trying to get my creative juices to flow. I'm trying to think of things, and so I can have a piece of paper in front of me and some kind of mark making implement, and I just explore what's going on. I don't really bother too much about the mark making, or whether it's beautiful, or whether it's not for anybody else other than myself. It's a way of exploring my thinking processes and my patterns for thinking, and I'm sometimes moving towards a pattern or against a pattern. It's a very abstract process. Then there's another kind of drawing, another kind of mark making that can be done, which relies on a kind of phenomenology. Now, as an artist, I've spent a lot of my time drawing from life, looking at the world around me very closely, trying to understand how I see the world by drawing a glass of water on a white surface, which simply has a shadow going across it, and just looking very closely to see what's really there and analysing it, and spending more time in actual fact looking than drawing. That becomes an interesting process because it's akin to a kind of philosophy in a sense. And some remarkable things come out of that. If you do years of this kind of stuff, the process, for a start, never gets easier, but it does become more insightful. There comes a revelation at some point where you start to understand the process. And one of the big revelations is that whenever you draw something, you look closely at the world around you, you're never seeing the object that you're looking at. You're only ever seeing the light that's reflected off it. As soon as you make an assumption like that, you have a sea change in the way in which you view everything.